What's up, YouTube? Thank you very much for watching my video and for subscribing to my YouTube channel. If you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, please click the subscribe button. In this video, I'm going to teach you how to find bargain exotic cars. That's right. This is EJ's Garage. My name is Jeffrey, and these are my two favorite cars, my dream cars. In the background is the 2008 Porsche Cayenne Turbo. That's right. This Porsche produces 500 horsepower. It has 4.8 liter twin turbo. It's super fast. It's crazy fast. I wanted to buy a Dodge Viper, but then when I saw this, it's just, either buy this. I wanted something with 500 horsepower, so this is the one. When it was brand new, it was 107,000. Plus the tax, the dealer fee, and low jack, and all miscellaneous fee. It was around $125,000. That's right. So, yeah, it's like $125,000 car right here. And the Jaguar is a little bit cheaper. It was $89,000. Again, with the tax and the dealer fee and all that stuff, this car is probably around $100,000 to $110,000 car. So these two cars, you may want to sit down. They are worth close to $250,000 in this garage itself. But the thing is, I didn't buy them brand new. The super rich did. I'm not super rich. I'm actually a bargain hunter. This is my dream car. I've been wanting to drive it since I was in college, and I'll let you look at it. It's still clean. And the first thing you want to do to find bargain exotic cars, like, look at this thing. Oh, it's so gorgeous. You must be really patient. That's right. Like trying to sort through a diamond in the rough. You have to be really patient in finding good deal. I usually use cars.com, and I will go through. I go once in a while and look for these exotic cars. I'm really patient. What happened is, this Jaguar was at the dealership close to a year, and the thing is, the longer the car sits at the dealer parking lot, it makes a lot of people wonder what is wrong with the car. And then it's really hard to tell. I thought this car was gonna go real fast, but then I think it was at the dealership for 11 months, almost a year. And I was wondering, why is this car kept sitting there at the dealership? The dealer was asking, $11,000. Okay, $400,000 car, that sounds good. But guess what? I said, nah, it's still too much, because when I bought it, it already had 100,000 miles in it. So I'm like, that's too much. So I waited, for 11 months. You have to discipline yourself. You gotta be patient, sorting through which one is bad deal, which one is a good deal, right? So I've been like, I look at this, and 11 months later, you know what? I'm just gonna take a short drive to the dealer and inspect it myself. And guess what? The paint is flawless. It has like you see in the back, 5 sets of tires. That's right, original tires. I'm going like, whoa, that is nice. And the thing is, first you gotta be really patient. Like this Porsche, for example. What happened is, I secure federal, Navy Federal, like financing, right? For 3 months. I said, you know what? I didn't buy right away. So what happened was, I waited, and I finally, I wanted to get the Porsche 911, which was one of my favorite. And then the Navy Federal said, here, $19,000. Just go shop around. That's another thing. I'll talk about that later. So I kept looking at cars.com, and I was bargaining with several dealers. Hey, I saw like some nice 911, but the dealer wouldn't budge. They said, they said they won't sell their 911 for less than $20,000. So I was like, that's too much. I mean, for like 1999 Porsche 911 for 23,000, that's too much. So I was again being patient. So I just waited and I kept looking at cars.com. Even though the dealer gave me like the financing, like, let me see, 3 months ago, I didn't buy and shop right away. I was disciplining myself by what, waiting and waiting. And then finally, number two, once you find the diamond in the rough like this one, like the Porsche or the Jaguar, go to the dealership. This is when you gotta do what, actual physical inspection. You go through, like, check the brake condition. With this one, it's meticulous. Look at that, the rotors, the pads, and then the suspension is not the thing about the Jaguar. Sometimes you see the suspension is really low. That means the suspension is broken. So you don't want that. And then I went through this and I checked the physical condition of the car, and then guess what, let me take you inside the Jaguar XJR. So and then I went ahead and I asked the dealer, hey, can I take a look at it? So I went inside and I was like, holy cow. Okay, I hate the smell of cigarettes. So when I smell this, like, oh my goodness, this thing smells good. I mean, for a 2002 car, and then it was flawless. There is no tear, nothing. It just shows that the previous owner took care of it really well. I mean, it was clean. I'm like, holy cow. The only problem was, okay, when you buy 100,000 miles exotic, there's something wrong with the car. You cannot expect to have a brand new condition. So I asked the dealer, what's wrong with the car? Well, the sunroof is not working. Oh, I barely use the sunroof, so this is like a minor thing. In fact, I sealed the whole entire sunroof because the dealer said, well, it may leak. So I look at it, sure enough, there was a gap. So in my previous video, I show you how to fix the Jaguar sunroof. So yeah, inspect the car. Number one, what, be patient and sort the cars through car.com, or any other car websites out there. Look for diamond in the rough. And number two, once you make that decision to purchase, drive to the dealership and do its physical inspection. It has the paint has been, like this one has I mean, for a 16-year-old car, it has like scratches here and there, but I touch it up using a touch-up paint. I mean, it's old car, so yeah, so there's some, like, see right here, imperfection, but that's expected for such an old car. So, but other than that, look at this car. It's like, holy cow. I mean, it's really nice car. So I went ahead and inspected. Everything looks good. And number three, check the Carfax. That's right, check the Carfax. Carfax doesn't explain everything. I think there are more to this car before I bought it, but who cares? Anyway, I checked the Carfax, right? The Carfax will tell you, I mean, it's not perfect, but will tell you most of the history of the car. Like, make sure when you buy exotic cars, make sure, discipline yourself. Even though it looks nice, make sure it doesn't go beyond what? 2 owners. I'm the 3rd owners of this one. That's right. So I'm babying this thing. This is like garage kept. I baby it, I change the oil myself, and this car is my baby. So it will tell you what kind of owners they had in the past. This one had been baby. I can tell from the condition. Hasn't been abused, which is rare, right? The thing is, check, number one, check, number three, check the Carfax. Make sure the Carfax has less than what? 2 to 3 owners. I think I'm the owner number 3 on this one, maybe number 4, but anyway, that's not bad. If it has like 5, 6 owners, okay, that's a lot of people. And then usually the number 3 and the 4th owner, they don't really take care of it. They just trying to run the car down to death. So this Porsche is real gem. It was 120,000 miles. I know a lot of people is like, oh my god, that's a high mileage Porsche. Yeah, it is. I went there. I mean, there's something that's not perfect with this one. The TPMS sensor battery, I think, is out. So I got the TPMS light. So I said, that's like $139 each sensor. So that's probably gonna cost me $500 to $800 to fix. But this car was $120,000 to $25,000 car. So $500 to $800 repair is not bad. And this car, believe it or not, is a dealer maintained car. I bought it at the Porsche of Tyson's Corner in Virginia. I'm like, holy cow! Look at this thing. And then like I'll give. Let me see. I went there right away. As soon as I found this, I checked the Carfax. It's one owner car. All the maintenance records have been done at the dealership where I purchased this, so the dealer know exactly the condition of this car. And then everything checked out except for now the TPMS light sensor and the transmission fluid probably needs to be changed. I can feel the roughness, but oh well, whatever. I do my own maintenance. That's again for a DIY guy like me. I think this car was amazing. So yeah, I do the physical inspection and go to the dealer, check it out. I mean, it won't be perfect. There'll be like little bit scratch here and there, a little bit, but it's not bad at all, really. And again, number 3, check the Carfax. And I saw a Porsche 911. If there are more repairs like this Porsche 911, it has the same repair over and over again. Like the engine was being taken out for inspection and then being repaired. I said, again, like 3 times. The same engine problem. That was a 2006 Porsche 911. So I ran away from that one. I wanted to buy it so bad. It was $26,000. And with this one, okay. After everything's checked out in the Carfax, make sure it doesn't go beyond what, 2 to 3 owners. If it goes beyond that, why? So you have to figure it out now. Has it been maintained by professional certified place? This one has been maintained by the owners. The Carfax was like, the oil change was like always changed on time, like it was just meticulous. And number 4, before you even, okay, this is very important. Do not do the financing. If you want to finance at the dealership, find a federal union or credit union and get the best rate right there. The thing is, you can have better bargaining power. And this one actually I didn't even finance. I bought it cash. I walk into the dealership. The dealer kept dropping the price down from 11 to 8,000 to 7, and I finally walk in there. Can I just buy it $5,000 cash? Well, you can, but you still have to pay tax, dealer fee and documentation. Okay, fine. So after back and forth negotiating, okay, fine, $6,800 cash. So I just got $100,000 car for $6,800. That's right. The mileage is really high. And don't be afraid of the $100,000 mileage, by the way. $100,000 miles exotic, actually, they're okay. If you maintain it, this car can run up to 200 to 3,000 miles, believe it or not. I've had cars that's exotic, like my XJR 100. It was high mileage one, but it's okay. So anyway, yeah, this car, I bought it for $15,000. $15,000 car. So guess what? $120,000 car for $15,000. Again, because the thing is, I call the dealership, look, I have the check ready. So the dealer don't have to look for what financing here and there, trying to find the money for you. You know how much you can buy. And the thing is, even if you're qualified, let's say you want to finance, right? Even if the bank said you can buy 20 something, don't buy, negotiate first. That's right. I said, even though I was, you don't tell the dealer that you're qualified for 20 or 30. You said, look, I have a check ready for you. Can I buy this? Actually, I didn't ask that. What can you do to motivate me to drive to the dealership and pick the car up today? So they said, look, we'll give you $2,000 off. So $2,000 off, 14. So anyway, the total, it came to $15,000. So I just got $120,000 car for 15,000. So anyway, a $250,000 worth of car for less, I mean for 21,000 something. Because what, number one, you gotta what, be patient in your search. So don't be hasty and look and look and look. The longer the car sit, the better it is. If you don't get it, oh well, be willing to walk away from it. And number two, do physical inspection. Go to the dealer and don't tell the dealer, just show up, just look, start looking at it. Just don't even tell them first inspection. You just go there and walk around and look if you can. With that one, I didn't even show up. I just walked, and before you even show up there, once you like it, I mean, it'll be dirty because it's been sitting in the parking lot, but you know, with detailing, I detailed this one, paint problem can be resolved. But yeah, do physical inspection, check everything, check the when everything is good, do the dealer inspection. Go to the dealer. Now you have to contact the dealer. Hey, can I take it for a test drive? And you know, like clunking noise and all that stuff, you do the actual physical. And number three, guess what, check the Carfax. Check how many owners the car have. The maintenance, is it being done by the certified mechanics? Has the oil been changed regularly? Has the dealer, you know, maintained the car? Make sure, get good history of the car. I mean, I will avoid anything like that have like 6 to 8 owners. That's just garbage usually. I mean, if you want to take the risk, go ahead. But if there are too many owners, it's usually a red flag for me. I won't even bother. So, and number 4, guess what? If you want to either buy cash, if you have the cash, or if you want to finance it to build your credit, make sure you apply your credit ahead of time at credit union. Use the credit union, give a better interest rate, and then you can start negotiating. You call the dealer, hey, I'm already approved and I like this car. And don't waste your time and the dealer time. Once you like and found the diamond in the rough, start negotiating. Even though they say no haggling. No haggling is BS, man. I haggle all the time. I love bargaining. I'm Asian, I love bargaining, so bargaining is part of my life. I said, look, what can you do to close the deal? Well, how about if I give you $2,000 off? Okay, I drove, and the dealer didn't have to waste the time. As soon as I get there, I write the check from the credit union and give the $15,000, and bam, I drove home with the Porsche. So again, with that one, I just hand them like $6,800 cash. So yeah, again, don't waste the dealer time. They hate that. I mean, you hate that if somebody's wasting your time too. Anyway, this is how you buy to find what? Bargain exotic. Usually the bargain exotic, they're like 100,000 miles car. But this car can last forever if you maintain it. That's right. If you maintain it, if you take care of this car, it will last to 200,000 miles. So you can get a $250,000 car for less. Anyway, love you guys. Give this video a thumbs up and like this video, and please subscribe to my channel. Bye.